Hey everyone, welcome back. In this video, we'll create our Spring Boot project. For that, we need to visit Spring Initializer. So let's search Spring Initializer. Click on this first website. It will redirect me to the start.spring.io. From here, you can initialize your new Spring Boot project. First, we need to provide the project type. So project type is Maven. Then language will be Java. And Spring Boot version will be 4.0.1 for this project. Then we need to provide project metadata like group. Group can be your brand name, your company name. Here I will provide Josh. Then artifact ID will be your project name. So here I will provide the library management system. Library management system. Then description also I will give library management system, and the package name I will keep only com.jos. Here you can provide your project name as well after the brand name, but I will keep only com.jos, short and clean. Okay, and packaging will be jar, configuration will be properties, and Java version will be 17. So make sure you have installed JDK 17 in your machine. Now let's add some dependencies. First dependency we need is Spring Web. Then let's add Spring Boot Dev Tool. So when we add Spring Boot Dev Tool, we don't need to restart our server when we make any changes in our code. The Spring Boot Dev Tool will automatically detect the changes and reload our server. Okay, then let's add dependencies for MySQL driver class and data JPA. Now later we'll add guys a Spring Security Auth client 2, and then we'll add Lombok as well. But for now, this 4 dependency is enough, and let's click on the generate. So it will generate the project and download as a PDF file. Let's go to be inside YouTube project, actually Java full stack. Here I will download this. Now let's open this, unzip this project, extract all. Okay, and open it with the IntelliJ IDEA. So more option, IntelliJ. Okay, yeah, I trust the project, and there you go, project is open. Okay, it's resolving dependencies, some dependencies. So let's give it some time. It will take a couple of seconds, not more, not much time. Okay, so let's wait till that. Resolving dependencies of library management system. Okay, let's wait till that. What I'm gonna do is I will open main file. Inside we have resources, and inside resources we have application.properties file. Here we have a library management system or application name, and okay, dependencies resolved successfully. Now guys, here as we have already added MySQL dependencies, we need to provide some driver class details here, or driver class database configuration. Okay, so let's go to browser and search for MySQL driver class, MySQL driver class. Okay, inside the spring.io website, we'll get the class. So let's scroll down. Here you can see we have a driver class. Let's copy this, and it clearly says that You can do the, you can put this in application.properties file or your application.yaml file if you are using .yaml version. Okay, now let's go to our project, put it over here. Here we need to provide our database name. Actually, we haven't created the database, so let's open our MySQL command line. Okay, and what is my password? 7090 Ashok. Okay, I guess let me provide here password first. 7090. Yeah, this is my password. I will copy this, and the username is root. Let's open this command line again, log in with that password, and logged in successfully. And now I'll create a database for it, library. So let me give here YouTube library or library YouTube library management system. Okay, let me copy this, provide here, and I didn't create that project, right? Let me create it. Sorry, database. So let me create here. I will give the command create database library YouTube, and it says query. Okay, one affected. That means our database is created. So databases and library, yeah, library YouTube, you can see here. Okay, it's created successfully. Now we can run our project. Okay, let's wait. And there you go. Our server is successfully started. Tomcat started on port 8080. Okay, our server is running on this port. Great. Now how we can confirm that our server is running? So let's create one controller for this. Inside com.josh package, I will create one more package controller. Inside this controller package, make sure guys, whatever packages now we will create, you need to create that packages inside com.josh under. Okay, whatever group name you have provided, create all the packages under that package. Okay, now inside this package, controller package, I'll create class home controller. Okay, let's create one public class. Give me just 1 second. Okay, response entity. For now, here let me provide just string, and I can give home. Let's return response entity. Okay, home controller. What you can give is welcome to library management system. Library management system. And let's annotate this with the get mapping. Also guys, we need to make this class as a REST controller. So let's annotate with the REST controller. Okay, let's save the changes. And there you go. Changes are saved. Now let's go to browser. Check here. Our server is running Tomcat 8080. I already show you that, right? And there you go. Welcome to library management system. Our project is up and running. Here I will provide the port as well. Port will be 50, or we can keep 8080 as well for now. Okay, let it be. Okay, let's change and let's make it 5050. Now, if I run 8080, it will show the error. This can't be reached. But if I give here 5000, because now our server is running on port 5000. So you can get this. Welcome to library management system. So yeah, guys, that's it for this video. Now let's meet in the next video.